Hasbro has a bunch of cool stuff. Fantastic Four villains. Some upcoming Tron stuff for the new movie. A lot of Transformers. Civil Regime always goes all out with their booth, but I can't lie, I'm not really feeling the shirt designs for this year. They have a Batman, a Joker, I believe there's a Harley Quinn. That one's the best looking one. I realized yesterday that I still haven't seen the DC booth yet, so that's where I'm walking to now. The DC booth is giving out copies of the Daily Planet, but you gotta get in line, so I'm in line for that. The booth is sick. The booth has great graphics on it. What's happening, everybody? As y'all can see, I am back in my normal setup. It is a wrap on New York Comic Con 2025. Today is actually Monday, so I've had a little bit of time to kind of relax, unwind. Right now, I have a bunch of freebies from the convention laid out in front of me, so I'm gonna run through this really quickly, and then I'm gonna get into my actual pickups from New York Comic Con. This video right here will include some Saturday clips and footage, but if you want to see my full-length New York Comic Con 2025 vlog, that is already up on the channel, so make sure you go check that out if you want to see exactly what I did and what I saw at New York Comic Con this year. Let's get into these freebies. So Crunchyroll was giving out freebies. They also had, usual kind of merch at their booth. Nothing I was too interested in, and the line was always really long. So they did have some promotional materials. This is the dark history of the reincarnated villainess. I've never seen this anime before, but they did have a booth at New York Comic Con this year. I believe it's Gachakuda. Here's a One Piece postcard. And the old school, just kind of classic rubber wristbands. And it says Crunchyroll on it. Right outside the convention at the entrance, Global Comics was giving out these small tote bags. Around the Yen Press booth, I don't know if it was the same booth or a different booth that they were just very close or connected to, but they were promoting this new manga called What Do You Call This Trash? And basically you kind of had to vote on this poster board that they had up, and you got a lollipop. So I participated in that, got myself a free lollipop, and I picked up these two postcard-like things as well from Yen Press. This mask was from the Marvel Zombies activation, which is pretty cool. The Togen Anki booth, which you'll see clips of in this video, was pretty cool. They had like a shooting range style setup going on at their booth, and if you hit the targets, you were able to get some stickers and a slat bracelet, and I hit 2 out of 3 of the targets. You only got 3 bullets, and I hit 2 out of 3, so very proud of myself. That's one. It's not a bad anime. I've watched a couple of episodes. I don't think I'm current. I might be 1 or 2 episodes behind. Can't say that it's my favorite anime. Like, you know, we're still getting through it, but it's definitely not bad. I think this one is a duplicate. Here's that last one. So that's what it looks like. And if you've never seen a slab bracelet before, it does that. The DC booth was actually giving out copies of the Daily Planet. So this is dope. It's the actual Daily Planet newspaper. All of the pages are full, and on the back, you even have space for autographs and sketches. They also had these DC pins, just a small, just logo pin, and these Justice League Superman ID cards. Has the Justice League logo on the back. Definitely more freebies than last year and more booths and activations that actually had things you can participate in, whether it was voting, trivia, just different things that actually took participation versus just kind of walking through a line and being handed a bunch of papers. But now we can move on to the stuff that I actually bought, starting with this Yu-Gi-Oh print from the booth Kiosk. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I have a few prints from him at this point. I have Death Note, Adventure Time, I have Demon Slayer, and I believe like 2 more. So adding this one to my collection of Kiosk prints. Very nice, very detailed Yu-Gi-Oh print. You have Yugi, Seto Kaiba, Joey, and then inside of them is a bunch of other characters that you'll recognize. The Dark Magician Girl, Maya, Pegasus, like everybody is in there. It's so detailed, very, very dope. I love his art style. A little while after that, I went to another one of my favorite stops, which is this flannel booth. I go every year and I grab a flannel. This year I grabbed 2 because I just couldn't decide. So I went ahead and I bought this green one. It is a size large, so I'm gonna have to try it on, but it's a green flannel and y'all already know the deal. On the back, that's where the action is. I do have another Demon Slayer one, but I don't have this one. This is Gyutaro and Daki, and I just thought it was super dope. They're probably still top 5 demons for me from Demon Slayer. Absolutely, like this fight was epic. So yeah, had to grab this. This one is a little bit of a different vibe, not an anime vibe, but more of a horror vibe. So this is Scream, and this one is on a black and gray flannel, also a size large. So again, you know, they're gonna fit how they fit. It is what it is, but this one's a black and gray, and I'll show y'all the graphic one more time. There it is, Scream. On Friday, I think it was, I did drop by Toy Temple, and they got me for these Kaiju number 8 cards. I've really been enjoying Kaiju number 8. It's like one of my favorite animes right now. So I did pick up these trading cards, these con exclusive trading cards for almost 50 bucks. I cannot believe that I paid almost 50 bucks for these, but hopefully it's worth it. I'm gonna open them at the end because I do have one more thing to show you guys. So the last thing that I bought on Saturday was this Bull Air like sneaker, painted sneaker thing that I bought from Tenacious Toys, which is how I ended up with that coupon for my next purchase. I just thought it was really cool, like a little sneaker with the Chicago Bull style horns. Also has like a swoosh design on the sides. I thought the color was interesting. Yeah, I think this should just look cool in the setup if I ever decide to switch things up a little bit. All right, so now let's open up these cards because I don't want to wait anymore. Starting off strong with Kafka. You gotta love Kafka. He's going after his dreams, man. Kafka is so entertaining. Kaiju number 8, Kafka Hibino. Hikaru, I'm not gonna lie, Hikaru kind of gets on my nerves sometimes. Like, she just comes off so strong. Then we have Mina, of course, who Kafka is constantly embarrassing, but it is what it is. That's the chief right there. The hologram card is Aoi, I believe his name is. I'm not gonna lie, a little bit disappointed. He's not one of the fun characters. He's a little bit more serious. So yeah, meh, it is what it is. But I do still like the card set. Was it worth almost $50? No. but I'm gonna keep the ones that I like and then maybe let go of the ones that I'm not so interested in. There was no autographed voice actor card, so that's also a little bit disappointing, but I mean, it's just the chance that you take, so it is what it is. All in all, I always really enjoy my time at New York Comic Con. I can't say that this year was anything but what I expected. I can say that anime merch, the price on anime merch in general, I think was a little bit higher just because, you know, what's happening in the world and the tariffs and things like that. You know, this stuff has to get into the US one way or another in order for the vendors to have it. So, you know, the costs just kind of get passed along to the consumer, which it's just the times that we're in. So anime merch in general was just a little bit more expensive than usual. I saw some very cool cosplays, so I can't complain. All in all, I would give this year's convention 2025 New York Comic Con a 8.5 out of 10, which I feel like is a really strong score. But y'all let me know in the comment section if you went, what did you like, what did you not like, and if you didn't go, are you thinking about going in the future? As always, if you enjoyed today's video, do me a favor and like, comment, subscribe, show a small YouTuber some love, and I will check y'all out in the next one.